Hi patrons, this is Johannes from Noisebot, and I'm back from about 1.5 week of just installing stuff on my new computer. It was a lot of stuff that needed to be moved or installed on this computer. I had my last computer for 10 years, so I had done a lot of tweaks and stuff that I need for both my work as a mastering engineer and for plugin development. But most of that is done now. And today I'm releasing an update for Leaky, and I'm also going to show you 2 upcoming plugins in the end of this video. This is Leaky, the update of Leaky 3.2. And it's a pretty basic but useful update. I added 4 buttons called Listen, and if you have installed and used Listen, the plugin Listen, then you know what this is. It's just a solo button for the left, the right, the sum, and the difference, which I realized by using Leaky, I always solo either 1, 2, or 3, or all of them. And in conjunction with the delta function, you can now really hear what you are doing with the audio. It gets obvious, and I think it's a very useful update. So I'm going to upload this so you can use this. I can just show you really quickly how they work. So I'm going to play this, I'm going to filter it, and I'm going to push the buttons. So just follow.
महीना जाते माया देके माया लेहू करू मैं सारा सहेलीला संग मलावे ओ कोनोला झन बतावे सहेलीला संग मलावे ओ कोनोला झन बतावे माया गोरत हो टंकी.
So that's how those works. It's really easy. So go and download that. It's available right now on Patreon. And let's go to the fun stuff. New plugins. I love new plugins. There we go. We close this one. So the first plugin that I'm gonna release, or maybe I don't know which order I'm gonna release them, because I don't know when I will be able to do the last touches of these. But anyway, I will quickly talk a little bit about what they are doing. This plugin, Per Lore, or Per Left and Right, is like a twin or sister plugin to Perfect. This plugin can take you feed it with a stereo signal, and it will measure the left and the right signal, and it will pan the audio or balance the audio so that both channels equals in loudness. So if we have, like in this case, I have a waveform where the left channel is way weaker than the right. So I'm gonna let Per Lore try to find the balance for those. So I'm gonna hit play. So this is really cool. It's aimed for mastering, but you can use it while mixing, of course, too. So that's one plugin that I'm working on, and it's really cool. And then we have the the plugin that I call what? Because it's a mashup of different experiments. I've done a lot of experiments with low end, and you're gonna see some of them coming the next half year or so. And I've done experiments with the mid-range and the high-range, different things you can do with them. And these experiments aren't really made. I don't do them to create plugins. It's just out of interest to see what you can do with audio in different ways. But I took 3 of these different experiments and combined them into a cool plugin. So it looks a bit like if would be a equalizer, but it's not. The weight, which is the low end experiment thing, and air, which is the high end, those have similarities with an equalizer, so you can see that if you measure it, it will behave partly as equalizer, but there's a lot of dynamic stuff and other things going on. So it's not just a clean equalizer. The mid experiment that I choose to put in this plugin is kind of not really a widening effect, but it can have that effect. It's an effect to try to make audio more lively, so it's a frequency modulation thing going on between left and the right channel, and a reverby kind of things is happening as well, but it's not adding any reverb, so you will see how that sounds. So did I put Perler in lock? Yes, I did. Good. So let's play around with this thing. So that's the other plugin that I'm working on right now. And Bob, if you're watching this, I think I found the reason for the bug that adds a little click when you use some of my plugins in as item effects in Reaper. So I'm gonna work with that as well. So there will be some updates on a lot of plugins to fix that if my theory about that issue is correct. But we'll see that later. Okay, that's that. And go and download Leaky and have fun. And I see you in a week or so. Bye bye.